Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Devin Grayson, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. 300th edition. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And like I said, we're going to be covering Nightwing 113 or 300. Titans 10, and maybe a quick little thing from World's Finest. So, I can't remember. Have we had any news on any merch or anything new lately?
I don't think so. Well, I think I ordered some Nightwing figure, but I haven't picked it up at the shop yet. So next week, I'll show you next week.
Nice. All right.
I don't even remember what it was I ordered.
All right. Well, like I said, I wanted to show you a quick thing or two from World's Finest 26 that came out today.
Nice.
Well, it seems some mysterious villain is like hunting, or like I don't know, they're trying to kill the citizens of the fifth dimension, like Batmite and Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Does Nightmite appear, or is he? It's probably too early for him, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't seen him. Well, no. First, if the issue starts off with Batmite putting them all like they're like in a action movie.
Nice.
Yeah, but at one point, that
really looks kind of like Damien's Batman costume in that one feature.
Oh yeah. With the coat and everything, yeah. But at one point, Mr. Mxyzptlk gives Dick like kind of like Superman-like powers, so that's the suit he gets.
Ah, that's very Earth too.
Almost, yeah, except for the big R on it. Look at that big R.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you say it? Mxyzptlk?
Mxyzptlk, yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Exactly.
I'm glad the bat ones are Batmite and Nightmite. It's very easy to say.
Yeah, again, it's a made-up word, so it's like, But yeah, Dick's...
Batmite, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, Dick's powers don't last long because he can't handle the sensory overload because, you know, all the super hearing and super sights and stuff.
Mm. That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would be tough.
Because Mr. Mxyzptlk must have really given him like some amped up ones. He's like, oh yeah, those three-dimensional brains can't take that for long. So, but once again, Dick temporarily getting superpowers.
Wait, so on the fifth dimension, are their brains more than 3 dimensions?
I guess.
That's intense.
Well, oh yeah, they're supposedly they're very advanced supposedly. So, I guess practical jokes are high concept.
I guess they're so advanced they have to spend all their time annoying other people.
Exactly. Oh no, and then was it Batmite gives, because Superman's fighting Abracadabra, gives him like some anti-magic armor. He's like, wait a minute, this looks suspiciously like armor for someone else. And Batmite says, try not to ding it up. It's for his birthday. But no, it's cute.
Batman's not going to want it though. So
no.
Superman can ding it up all at once.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we get with Dick. But again, it's cute. Again, it's Mark Waid, so he knows all his DC history. So
yeah, and it's continuing, like it's not finished.
Yeah, no, this is kind of like the start of it. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because for issue 25, we kind of had a team up. It was weird. Instead of Batman and Superman, it was Lex and Joker.
Oh, awkward.
Yes. All right. So where should we start? Should we start with Titans?
Sure.
Because I think we'll have more thoughts on Nightwing.
Sure.
All right. So, demonized. So yeah, we see Trilogy, Trigon Sun, going for that big axe.
Yes.
For more power.
That looks like a bat. It's like a Batman axe.
It almost looks like it. And I love, what's the servant's name? I love how he's like, why do these items...
Servilius?
Yes. I love how he's like, why do these items of power always add muscle definition? Because he even tells Trilogy, remember he's letting you leave with this staff? And he's like, you think you'd stop me? I could call out to your daddy and enjoy the show. I could tell on you. But then
Servilius is not so servile after all.
No, well, he kind of is, because it seems like it's Trigon's whole plot, because...
Yeah, but he's not servile to Trilogy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he wants to basically build up Dark Raven, so he's just like, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice one of my kids for the other one.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, oh my god, Trigon is a very bad person, a demon, so it makes sense that all of his parenting decisions would be terrible.
Yes. And he has a favorite child.
It's like, what would Trigon do? And then don't do that.
Oh, there you go. Do the WWTD and then put the line through it. Yeah.
Yes. Do the opposite.
Exactly.
Do the opposite.
And then at Titan's Tower, Dick and Donna are talking about, oh yeah, Raven just sent away a demon posing as Hermes. Meanwhile, it's the real Hermes, but okay.
Wonder. I liked the mug.
Yeah, oh, the Superman mug, yeah.
Yes, the Superman mug. I would like to think they have a mug of all the Justice League. So.
Probably. Oh, wait till we get to the t-shirt Dick was wearing in Nightwing. But anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, Tempest is coming back in as a member, especially since Wally is not available at the moment.
Yeah, what's Wally doing?
Basically, it's a weird, like, he's, like, traveling other dimensions. They're doing weird things with his powers at the moment in his book. So, yeah, he's kind of dimension hopping at the moment, so.
Well, I hope it works out for him.
Yes. That's just so. I mean, maybe they do that just so you get curious to pick up another book. But I love how Dick's all vague. It's like the Flash. Wally has left us for now. It's like, is he dead? What are you talking about? If you're not reading a book,
that's why they put C/6.
I know.
So you know.
Thank you for the editor's note. It seemed like for a while. I hate when they don't put editors. I mean, even though I knew where I'd look, but I'm like, man, I love editor's notes.
I like the editor's notes from back in the original Teen Titans days, where they'd be like, in ever-loving issue number whatever.
I know, or like, I don't know if DC did it. I know Marvel would be like, oh, they could do like, they put the editor's name at the end of the editor note. If it was like Stanley, it'd be like, oh, Smiling Stan, or so, something.
Yeah, I think when it's Julius Schwartz, they would put that sometimes. It would be like Julie. Because I thought it was a woman for a long time. And I was like, oh, I'm so proud of DC. They had a woman editor. And then it was like, Julius Schwartz. And I was like, crushed.
I know. Well, they have a lot more women now.
Well, yes.
I love how Tempest is like, I didn't come back because I was being mind controlled at the time, right? He's like, I'm willing to come back now.
Right. It's like just a good reminder for everyone.
Yeah. And Donna's just like, well, there's a lot of dislike for us out there right now. And Garth's like, I'll be dislike right beside you. As a kid, I was an outsider. Every time I stepped on the surface, I can handle some hate.
Garth's got this.
And then he's like,
Still, I also just want to put in a plug for every time I read the Titans and we have both Gar and Garth, I'm like, really? Why? Exactly. There are so many names out there. How did you end up? Particularly because Gar and Garth are both like very old-timey names.
Well, they've been around over a long time.
Right, I know, but it's like, come on. How is no one named Robert? That was such a popular name.
It's like the old-timey club, you got Garth, you got Gar, you got Dick,
Wally, yeah. I mean, Roy, that's kind of old-timey. It's not as obviously as Richard and Wallace, but you don't see Roy too much anymore.
But yes, the protesters are outside.
Is there a superhero named William?
There's gotta be. Well, I know we have Billy Batson, so I mean, I would assume his
guess that's true.
Legal name is William, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, also, Robert and William are so super popular names. Like Bob Kane. Maybe Bob was like, oh no, it's too much. I can't use my own name. I'm like, how is it that we don't have a Bob and a Bill?
Well, I know for back in the day, Stan Lee would just use the alliteration. The first and last initial had to be the same so you could remember him. So
Right. I mean, they do that some with Superman, like Lois Lane. I mean, Clark Kent is 2 different, but like it's the same sound. Anyway, all right. Then we see that Gar has been really taking Batman's words from the last one to heart.
Either that, if
people don't like me, it's on them.
Either that, or someone's been suppressing his negative emotions.
Maybe it's both.
I love how, when he says, "We saved the world. If they can't see that, it's on them." I love how Vic's like, "That sounds suspiciously healthy."
Is suspiciously healthy. Normally these heroes are not that healthy.
I know. Well, that's what his Starfire even asked Raven, "Did you do something?" She's like, I come from an emotional people. I know deep feelings don't change so swiftly. And Raven's like, well, doesn't deny it. She's like, why should he be held back? I did what needed to be done without much guilt. He would have stopped functioning. And Starfire's about to...
I know. I really wanted it to be that he was being healthy. That, like, Batman's words had really spoken to him. And I think, like, that helped a little. But...
Yeah, it could be a little bit.
Obviously, some other things.
And then there's a big seismic event in the harbor. So good thing our water guy's back.
That's right. Couldn't have happened at a better time.
That's right. So Garth jumps in. Oracle's like,
yes.
Yeah. What do you see? He gets thrown out of the water and Starfire catches him. And so what is it? And Raven says, it's my brother.
So it is.
And then Garfield says, look like it's that time again. Let's go save all the people who hate us.
And then, yes, we have speaking in logos.
Yeah, stick everyone inside. The Titans will protect you. Yeah. I forget. Oh, what were we talking? Was I talking to Lilith or Justin the other day? Someone spoke in a logo, and I was like, I know several languages, including logo.
That's good.
So, yeah, they tell all the civilians to get in the tower or to get out of the way. And then Garfield becomes a horse and try to save this couple. And the guy's like, no, get away from me. And he's like, wait. He's like, between me and the demon. And I guess the wife's like, swallow your bleeping pride and get on the damn devil horse.
That's right. It's like, we don't have time to be messing around, bro. Let's go. I also love how she just throws him on there. Like, yes, he was being an idiot, so he doesn't get to ride the horse with dignity.
Exactly.
Then he gets thrown across like a saddle blanket.
Yes.
Or hang on, dude.
So, yes, Trilogy's telling Raven, Father will remember the day his favorite fell. And then meanwhile, I guess she's telepathically telling the Titans, yeah, it's not his strength, it's in the staff. It belongs to Trigon. So she's telling Starfire and Cyborg, keep him distracted. Tempest, Dawn, ignore the demon, seize the staff. Then he grabs Cyborg and Starfire. Then Dawn lassos his hand.
Yeah, what's her lasso? Persuasion, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Waves his hand to let go.
Yeah. And then Raven opens a portal. He's like, a portal, if you could send me away, I will return in a moment. She goes, I'm not sending all of you away, and uses it to chop that hand off with that axe.
Yeah, and you're like, what? Definitely some signs are being tossed out that something's not right.
That's right, because even Beast Boy's like, Ray, was that necessary? She goes, there was no time for a non-violent response. With the power in his hand, he could have torn the city apart in seconds. And then Cyborg's like, what now? He goes back to hell, and she says, no, if we allow that, he will only return to Earth angrier with greater threats by his side. Trigon will come for his staff. So Raven says she has a place where she can hide them, and she'll deal with Trilogy. And then as she's walking him through a portal, he's screaming, no, don't let her take me. You don't know what she is, you. And you see Dick just staring.
You also see that shadow, which I'm not sure if they can see this shadow. That's one thing I think is sometimes not clear in comic books. Is like, do just us see the shadow, or is that the shadow that she's also projecting? Like,
or is that like the shadow when you see Bruce Wayne standing there and his shadow has ears on?
Right, yeah. Like, is that just a shadow for the readers, or is that a shadow also for the Titans?
Yeah, I think it's just for us.
Yeah, but you see,
because I think if they could see it, Dick would be like, okay. I think Master Detective would notice that.
Yeah, you don't have to be a Master Detective.
No, but I'm saying especially with a Master Detective standing there.
Yeah, he's obviously already detecting something.
He's suspicious.
Yeah. Well, we know he was suspicious before, but now he's getting extra suspicious because Raven was saying she was messing with everybody's heads.
Mm-hmm. So she dumps him, I guess, in this empty dimension, and she says, I think it's time for you to join your equally weak sister. She, basically traps him here with her good half. But he says, I promise I'll never come back. You don't have to do this. He's like, I won't challenge you anymore. She goes, you were never a challenge to me. I see it now. How to build it, a crown for a dark-winged queen, which is what Trigon was saying he wanted her to do. So
yeah, and she's keeping the staff, so presumably that has something to do with it.
And then, oh yeah, I almost missed this last page. Tio Morrow is building some kind of android or something for Amanda Waller.
Okay, so that's something new. That's not a superhero
I don't because Amanda Waller says, what was her name before this? And he says, does it matter? So I don't know if this was supposed to be someone before, but yeah, I'm not recognizing it if it is.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I didn't recognize, but
yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. I haven't read as many things as you.
So yes, I guess Amanda Waller's still going to be a pain here.
The plot thickens.
Exactly. Demons and androids and bureaucrats, oh my.
That's quite a potent combination when you add those bureaucrats in. It's hard to know what's the worst.
Yeah, I was going to say, did I just name three things that are three of the same things? Depends.
You might have just conjured up something you don't even know the true force of, Phil.
That's right. All right, so yeah, what did you think of this one?
Titans are...
Yeah, Titans, yeah.
Good, yeah, I mean, The plot thickens.
Yeah, we're still kind of building up this stuff. I was like, I don't know, it seemed kind of, I don't want to say slow, but I guess maybe since we're after Beast World, we don't have to jam so much stuff into each issue.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I am hoping that it starts getting resolved soon because yes.
I would assume they're probably going to do something big in 12, probably, maybe.
Yeah, this was 10 or 11.
This was 10. Yeah.
10. Okay. Yes, I would like it. Yes. I mean, I think it's kind of like the same criticism that we always have is I go back and read older stuff and then I read the newer stuff and I think, my God, the art's pretty top notch in like New Teen Titans and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the art is really good right now, but the pacing of the story is so slow. Mm-hmm. Feels like not enough happens.
And again, too, like I said, they great for the trade paperbacks and stuff. And again, I wonder if he's gonna do an oversized. They probably haven't solicited. I wonder if 12's like oversized because sometimes they'll do like, the first year, number 12, we're gonna do something big, but I have no idea. What's that look now?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much always the criticism is. I like it, but yeah, I just wish stuff moved faster because sometimes you enjoy it. You're like, how much longer?
Yeah, that's a modern comics thing. They kind of like drag it out. Oh yeah, there's a pretty.
Yeah, because yes, the story moved forward, but each of the stories only moved forward one step, and it's like, come on, in these pages you could have done like 2 or 3 steps if you wanted to.
Oh no, I don't think it looks like it might be regular size, but yes, Titans 12 releasing on June 18th. Hell comes for Bloodhaven with the team on the ropes and Waller to blame. Nightwing and his allies must look within for the answers to their never-ending problems. Will Raven, the demon's daughter, lead them to salvation or to slaughter at the hands of her father, Trigon?
Well, I'm going to guess it's not slaughter because it doesn't say final issue, right?
Yeah, true. And they're not going to let us kill a bad character, permanently. Ooh.
What is that?
There's Nightwing in the corner. Looks like Raven up there. Maybe some demons like hanging.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, those variant covers are better. If that is not a blacklight cover, that needs to be a blacklight cover.
Oh, that like you're supposed to put it under a blacklight.
I don't think it is, but it looks like it should be. It should be.
That was for sure.
Then we get the almost like the Super Friends cover.
Yeah. That's good. But that's a variant cover.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
That's so many variant covers.
I know. Must be selling good. They're still doing variants.
Yeah, they're going all out.
I know. All right. Should we get to the Nightwing issue?
Let's do it.
Which again, 113, but it's our Legacy 300.
What?
Which again, I felt like we should have got more for 300. So. We see Dick and Damian and Tim breaking up these drug smugglers at the dock.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Man, I want some Nightwing sneakers. I want the tread to look like that. Go look at that.
Right, I know. Yeah, it's really cool. Really got the branding down.
Yeah. And so, how do you feel about he thinks this a few times in this issue? It's an assumption, it's an unfair assumption that because he was raised in the circus, he must love the spotlight, but it's not entirely true.
Yeah, I was good. I mean, that I think is very correct. I think it's too easy. That was probably the thing that annoyed me the most about that one issue of the bad date issue of World's Finest. But granted, he's also a teenager in that one. Yeah. It felt like the main issue that Supergirl had was like, oh, Robin is too into himself and too much wants the spotlight. And I feel like that is not strictly the case, and that's too easy. That's an easy characterization that if people want to try to make differences between the Robins, they're like, oh, Tim is the smart one, and Jason is the angry one, and Damian is the assassin one or whatever, and then Dick is the showman one or the athletic one or something. And yeah, those things are true, but also that's also true about all of the Robins. Like, all of the Robins can be angry, and all of the Robins are detectives, and all of the Robins have element of showmanship in them and stuff. So I thought it was good that it shows a better understanding of Dick than you'd get in a lot of other ones.
And I kind of take it too as like, oh, he may look flashy, but he's fine with not getting the attention as long as he does good.
Because because he's a bat and they don't work in the spotlight as much as Superman. But obviously you have to be a little bit okay with being in the spotlight if you're going to do things like be on the Justice League, be on Titans, participate with other heroes.
So, yes, they beat these goons and they question them and say, who are these guns for? It's the Two Faces, a Black Mask, and then there's like, guys like, I don't know, they were just coming in here. They're supposed to go to Blood because they can't get in the Blood Haven. So.
They use good Robin, bad Robin.
Yes. Yeah,
Damian must very much enjoy getting to be bad Robin.
Oh yeah, I love the other two are doing it, and Dick's just standing back.
Gotta let the younger generations have fun too.
Exactly.
I was gonna say the kids, but Tim's technically not a kid anymore.
So level Tim's like, write down the address for us, please, and Damian in very neat handwriting.
Indeed.
So yeah, Dick asks them if they can wrap up, and they're like, oh, it's that day again. Let me say they're gonna be there. So Dick jumps on the bike, and then Bernard needs to bring Barbara breakfast. He lets her sleep in. He takes over as Oracle for a while. My alarm was supposed to go off 3 hours ago. That's strange. Not really. You turned it off. And I thought Batman was a great detective.
And then she's like, you should wear my clothes. And he says, I've given it a shot, but I thought we decided that didn't work for either of us. I'm like, you should show us. I want to be able to judge myself.
So that's the whole thing. Because I saw I don't know, there's people on Twitter freaking out about that. Complaining about Tom Taylor. I'm like, so I was like, what is going on in this issue? And I'm like, that's it? I'm like, one panel reference. I'm like, so what?
What? I don't really do relationships, but I'm pretty sure it's a thing that people wear each other's clothes. I mean, yes, normally it's the girl wearing the guy's clothes because the girl's clothes are too small for her or for him, I would imagine. But it's not like this is something that would not potentially happen.
And if you're that upset about it, I'm like, just tell yourself that Dick was just making a joke. I don't know. I'm just like, I thought there was a whole scene with them actually wearing each other's costumes or something. I was like, okay. I'm like, really? It was an offhand comment? I'm like, okay. Why are people getting all freaked out about it?
Well, I mean, it's the same people I'm sure that get freaked out because they decided to make Tim bisexual, as though that's like, oh my God, some deep betrayal of his
yeah. And I'm sure they want to make
whole character.
And I'm sure they want to make America great again.
Probably. I mean, back in the day, Dick would cross-dress for justice when Bruce, I don't know why, but Bruce would be like, we need to go undercover and you're going to be a girl. Okay.
Oh my lord.
I mean, there's a whole newspaper strip where he dresses up as Marie Antoinette to go to a costume party.
No, I'm just thinking there's gonna be some website selling that T-shirt to people cross-dressing for justice or something.
I mean, probably.
If they're not already.
There should be, yes.
But no, the best is the T-shirt Dick is wearing.
Exactly. And that could be Barbara's T-shirt, because she was wearing the Robin Slap T-shirt before.
Yeah, but
maybe that's the one he's wearing.
Yes, it's the classic. Yeah. Yes, instead of Batman slapping Robin meme, it's Nightwing slapping Batman.
Yes, it is classic.
So what day are they referring to? Because he goes, you know what date it is? She goes, the day when you're allowed to give people whatever you want without them complaining. It's like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. They say later it's his birthday. I think that's what he means. So
is that his birthday? Is that his birthday wish? He's like, I get to give my friends stuff and they can't complain about it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to go along with the I like to share the spotlight kind of thing. So it's like, okay, well, some people have a hard time accepting gifts.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Bat family is maybe not so much Dick. Well, no, I think the Dick included. I feel like the Bat family are those kinds of people that they have a hard time accepting gifts. So when it's Dick's birthday, it's like, I want to give you this. And it's my birthday, so you have to accept it.
I forget the actual date, but okay, so this is the first day of spring then?
I guess. I mean, it came out in the wrong month, but...
But I'm just saying, is it?
I mean, that is kind of what I was thinking even before they said it was his birthday. Yeah. I was like, this could potentially be his birthday. That was one of the days I had in mind. Otherwise, I was like, is it some important anniversary, which I guess is also like a birthday? Like, is it your Robin birthday or your Nightwing birthday or something? But
yeah, so
I figured it was something like that because...
I think it's canon now. Yeah, his birthday is the first day of spring. Robin, get it?
But...
Oh my god, how twisted would that be if Bruce picked all his Robins because they were born on the same day?
That's too much.
I know.
Too freebie. And they're not. Wasn't one of them supposed to be in August or something?
Maybe.
They all, I don't know. You see it sometimes around on the internet. But yeah, because he also said, it was my day, and she says, you're so bad at this. Before she said happy birthday, that all led me to believe, this feels like a birthday thing.
Yeah.
That you would. Because it's supposed to be your birthday, we give you stuff, but, you can get away with stuff on your birthday. But it's my birthday, you should let me do what I want.
And I totally get this, because she goes, I feel weird. He goes, that's probably what 8 hours of sleep feels like.
I know, that was a good one.
But we get a new boat.
Boat wing.
Because yes, we see him sneak onto this ship. And of course, it's B ship, Captain Blood. I love it. She's like, you got a boat? My city has a secret nautical society. I figured I needed a boat. You're making a bit of a mockery of my secret society when you can find us so easily.
Well, her bow's really big.
Yes.
I believe it might be big enough to qualify as a ship, in fact.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a freighter or something. Yeah, it's not like...
yeah, it's really big.
It's not something small, yeah. So, yeah, he asks her about the shipment of guns coming in. She's like, I was going to contact you about this. Follow me. But then they fished the body out of international waters after we stopped one of the buys. She's like, don't worry, my people didn't do this. But he has a brand on him. And then Dick says, looks like Heartless has a symbol now. And then she asks if he's still in trouble with heights. He said it's getting worse. Your boat.
That's when he says his boat's called Boatwing.
Well, she goes, did you call it Boatwing? Of course.
I mean, it works better than Night Boat or something.
Yes. So then then Oracle calls him. You're going the wrong way for where you're supposed to be tonight. He says he'll be there. But he checks this warehouse and it's empty except for the symbol on the wall.
And the cameras.
Yep. So he talks to them cameras. He says, you tried to bring in arms. You failed. Enough guns for a small army. That implies a war. Are you through hiding in whatever hole you burrowed into? Because if you're gearing up for war in my city, Heartless, just know that I have an army too. So yeah, then he's talking to Dick's wherever he's supposed to be. And he's talking to Damien and Tim about it's a big leap for Heartless to go from serial killer to general of an urban war.
But it cracks me up how they're like, it's a big leap to go from serial killer to urban general. I'm like, really? I mean, a serial killer seems pretty bad.
Not for a bad villain.
I guess it's the serial killer is kind of a lonely sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess the scale, it's just a serial killer usually stays, low, and, they kill one victim at a time by themselves.
Yeah. Right. Yes, I think it's the by themselves aspect.
So then Barbara shows up. And I was thinking...
Haley?
Yeah, with Haley. And again, I'm like, don't you think, wouldn't they, get, Haley, some kind of, they have, those doggy, what are they? I don't know what they're called, those doggy wheelchairs to help her walk a little better,
Yeah, but if she's only 3 legs, she doesn't need it.
I guess, but
nah, pets with 3 legs, they're good. You only need it if you only have 2.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
But then Dick says,
I think particularly because it's her front leg. I think it's much easier if you're only gonna have one when it's on the front.
Yeah. But then Dick saying, before we go in, I want to tell you that none of this would be possible without you. Some of the ideas behind the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation, the programs we've administered, we're a team. And she says, damn straight, thank me when you're up there. But then, the mayor is introducing, Dick's sister. But then she mentions the 2 people who have tore down so many walls with their generosity and hard work. And Barbara's like, 2 people.
Then boom, Jim's there to take the dog.
Jim Gordon says, give me the dog. And then she says, what are you doing here, Dad? And he goes, there's no way I would have missed this. So yes.
I like how happy the dog looks it's very small, but she's very happy.
So both Dick and Barbara are being honored for their work. So yeah, that's once again, he's thinking, it's everyone thinks, assumes that I raised in the service. I must love the spotlight. It's not entirely true. I'm comfortable in the spotlight. From the very first time I soared through the air with my parents, what has given me the most joy is sharing the spotlight with the people I love.
Aww. Yeah, that makes sense, because they were a family act.
And then you got Jim and Bruce in the audience. The kids did okay, Bruce. Yes, they did, Jim.
Jim and Damien behind them.
Yes. Once again, the only thing that's missing, again, GC, we need Alfred back. Come on.
Ray.
Yep.
Then the Kens. Then even, I felt bad for Jason. I was like, come on, surely they could have invited Jason to go. He didn't have to be watching at the
maybe
ball.
He did. Maybe he was, as we see, maybe he was busy, but maybe he was invited.
Maybe he drew the short straw and he was the one that had to be on patrol.
Exactly. I love, he's got that guy up by the throat in front of the store window. If we're going to watch TV together, can I go back to robbing this place? He's like, shh. Yeah, the Titans, the 5th dimension.
Yes, Nightwing is awesome. That might looking all grumpy. So cute. Yeah, you see how everyone looks happy. Gar is very excited, and Raven in the back.
Well, we know what's going on with Raven right now.
Not so happy.
Well, yeah, she did. We know what's going on.
Minding us. Something's up.
That's right. I love. Yeah, they must got the key to the city. Damien's like, his key's good. That looks pretty impractical.
Like, they're not actually supposed to use it.
I know. Tim wants to know if he's jealous, and I love Dick. Damien doesn't need a key to Bloodhaven, Tim. He'd find a way to hotwire the city and take it for a drive. And then we see Melinda's mother. I love, she meets Bruce, and she says, "Are you you're the father?" He says, "I'm one of them."
Oh, that's so great. It's beautiful.
Well done with this one. And then Melinda asks Dick, where would you like to celebrate? The city's yours. Any restaurant you want. Well, he says, well, that's easy. I like to take all my friends to the best restaurant in Bloodhaven. That's right. We're back at Marvin George's Pizza. It's been a while. Once again, kids, a shout out to the creators, the men who turned Dick Grayson into Nightwing. Yes, Marv Wolfman and George Perez.
Yeah, this last part was super sad. I mean, it was also really great, but the last time they went to Marvin George's, George was still alive, and now he's not. So,
but yeah, just Marv telling him what a good job he's done and stuff, and then, that line? Yeah, I'm so proud of everything you've done, Dick, and George was too.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. How, on the one hand, yeah, because I was like, yeah, they took him and made him not just Robin the Kid's sidekick, but into a character that could become this. And yeah, it's really sweet. And it was a nice touch.
You know what? Marv Wolfman isn't he credited in the credits. So I'm wondering if they let him write like his own dialogue for that.
Yeah, it said something about he helped write it.
It says he said he was the writer for page 20 and 21. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think
So that makes it even better.
Yeah, I mean, it was a super cool idea, and I think it works really well in a book like Nightwing. Like, I mean, you could do it, but I don't know. It just wouldn't work as well in like Batman.
Well, again, Batman's creators are past, so.
Right, but even if they had done it when Batman was only 40 years old, then it's just, I don't know, it wouldn't fit the vibe as well.
Yeah.
Like Superman, they could have done it with Superman's creators, but I know that they were in a bit of a spat with them, so that would not have happened.
Yeah,
but...
and it works well since they've already set up the Marvin George gag.
Right. Yeah.
And then after that, yes, we see Heartless and Zuko planning something. It's time for the people bloody with the feel lost. It's time for their heart to be cut out. He's climbed as high as he possibly can, Zuko, and Zuko's like, looks like it. Then it's finally time for Dick Grayson to fall. Because yes, I believe next is the start of the final arc by Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. So, Fallen Grayson. I think it takes us through through September, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 5 issues, so it should be May, June, July, August, September.
Yep. No.
Let's see what happens next. I hope they get somebody good to write it.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's a list that I think Lilith and I were talking about this. Who should write it next? It's been a while since we have a female writer. Let's get another female. Since Devin's probably been the last one regular Nightwing writer.
Yeah, it might be.
Because I said, well, again, a little biased because we've talked to her a few times, but Kelly Thompson, who's writing Birds of Prey right now, give it to her because she does do good work. Yeah. And then this backup. What do you think is
just as long as they don't? I mean, if they restart it with another number 1, I mean, whatever. Because it's
probably going to happen.
Apparently, numbers are meaningless. But just as long as they don't stop it.
Comic book numbering is just a construct.
Yes,
I know. Well, I have a feeling they're probably going to renumber Batman too. So that would leave Nightwing as the sole book that's like this far along. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, why is Batman getting a new writer soon?
I don't know, but I don't know how long Chip's staying, but I mean, Batman's almost at 150, so I would assume probably, but maybe after 150, but yeah, if not then, by the time Chip Zdarsky leaves, I'm sure they renumber. Oh, I wonder. I was gonna say, when is Batman 150?
I mean, I know they do it because number 1's so.
Supposedly,
better,
but I'm like, when you do it so many times, I'm just like, does it really make?
Yeah, then it just becomes annoying.
Because even people buy the number 1 to check it out, but then sometimes by issue 2, unless it's really good, the sales go back down.
Yeah, well, and plus because they're not necessarily, so it made sense when they. I mean, this is a very new thing that they're doing, and it made sense when they renumbered after the New 52, because that was a big break. They ended it because everybody went on to be somebody else, and then Dick went back to Nightwing, but it made sense to renumber that because it was not the same. And then it made sense to renumber it when he came back from Grayson, but I don't know, to renumber it just because you get a new writer. I mean, he's already gotten a new writer several times and they haven't renumbered it.
I know, but that seems to be the trend these days.
As long as they don't end it. But yeah, I thought this backup was cool.
Yeah, I mean, a little too short, but yeah. Again, I thought we'd get more for issue 300, but I guess not. I think that's
well, they wanted to wrap us up on a happy note so they can be heartless and rip it out.
I guess. But again, you could have did a couple more backup stories with more writers and stuff. They should have reached out. That's what they do sometimes. They should have put in more backup stories, kind of reached out to former, writers and be like, here, right, you want to write a Nightwing story?
Well, it'd be interesting. I mean, I guess maybe they don't for 40 years. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're doing anything special for the 40 otherwise. I mean, I saw they're reissuing a new package one of Nightwing Year 1 and some stuff like that. But I mean, I think it's also 60 years of Teen Titans.
Yeah, they should put something out. Well, what's weird with Nightwing, because it's Nightwing's been around for 40 years, but Dick was around before Nightwing.
Right.
because they kind of made a bigger deal about, the 80th.
Right, but you notice when they did the 80th, it was for all the Robins.
Yeah.
Robin is 80s.
All right.
Such his life.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the big theory in Batman 150? The world may find out Bruce Wayne's Batman.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, it's a theory, nothing proven yet, but we've done it before with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we can just use one of those weird doodads and
is he gonna become a secret?
White people or
is he gonna become
whatever it was that they did at the end of Grayson?
Is he gonna become a secret agent?
That would be funny.
But then, again, I mean, I know it's comic book logic, but then wouldn't that just open the door on everybody? Because it's like, well, Bruce Wayne has all these adopted kids and, now a biological kid. Look at all these Robins.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing, is if any of them, their secret identity is exposed, it's not difficult.
Yeah, but especially Bruce, it's like, yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's really not that difficult.
Yeah.
To figure out. Like, I get it that they want to show Tim is smart, but also sometimes it feels like the way they did it was not the best way to show that Tim was smart, because it's really not that difficult to.
Well, he was a kid when he figured it out, though, too. He wasn't an
Right.
adult. Yeah, because he was just like, he was at the circus the night Dick's parents died, and then he saw Dick doing that quadruple flip or whatever, and then months later he saw Robin do it again. Since when do Batman and Robin get caught on camera? But he saw Robin doing that same move.
Right, but I mean, it's like, once you start figuring things out about Batman, it's really not that hard.
No.
To be like, I bet it's Bruce Wayne.
I mean, Ra's al Ghul, I think, just followed the money. I mean, back in the day, Silver St. Cloud just like, oh, hey, Batman and Bruce Wayne have the same chin.
Right. I mean, back in the day, they used to have tons of one-offs where some random villain would show up at some club and they'd be like, I'm here to figure out who Batman and Robin are. Here are my candidates. And they're like, I know you have, yeah.
Well, I was joking with Lilith the one day. I said, if you're a villain, you don't never want the guy to unmask in front of you, because then you're dead. Like, there's that old Silver Age story where Bruce tracked down Joe Chill and he's like, "You killed my parents. I'm Bruce Wayne." And then the minute Joe Chill goes running, and he tells the other crooks, "I created Batman." They just shoot him.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, yeah, you never want the guy to unmask in front of you. That's a death sentence.
Right. And that's why, I mean, I get it that obviously Batman needs his money. But yes, being Bruce Wayne is like a huge handicap. I mean, with everybody knowing. That's why it's so funny, that one thing when Lex Luthor gets stuck in Wally's body in the...
Oh, yeah. He's like, I don't know who that is.
And he's like, who is it? And he unmasks. He's like, I have no idea who this is. Like, yeah, that's how you want it to be.
Well, that's all through Wally's book. It's like he'd walk down the street. Half the time people wouldn't recognize him, even though his identity was kind of public knowledge. It's like, he's just some guy.
Right. And I do think, unfortunately, that modern comics have because they've made Bruce increasingly rich, they've made him even more obvious. Because at first, Bruce wasn't... I mean, not right now, because I don't know, shenanigans are happening with his money. But a lot of times, Bruce is the absolute richest man in Gotham City.
Well, yeah.
And one of the richest people in the entire world.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, Bruce Wayne was just a rich guy.
Yeah.
He was rich, but there were lots of other rich people that he also hung out with.
Especially when it comes out with something real, some really big and expensive equipment. It's like, okay, there's only maybe 6 people on the planet who can afford this thing, so yeah, let's run it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's logic. If a Batman came out now with some fancy tumbler or whatever, we'd all be like, okay, well, it's either Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or Bill Gates or someone they're funding, because those are the only people who can afford this.
I mean, look at those Cybertrucks. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. Whatever.
All right. So anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, open the schedule here for next time. I did change it because I know Kristen almost strangled me when I mentioned those outsiders.
I was like,
No, I came up with the perfect solution, because I was like, remember, we had some issues set for December, and then we didn't get to record that. So yeah, I just kind of put those on the schedule for next week. The Robin teams up with Superman issues.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Legends of the DC Universe number 6. DC Comics presents 31 and 58. So yeah, you're gonna get a whole bunch of Dick Grayson and Robin teaming up with Superman, and I believe Elongated Man is in one of those DC Comics presents also with them. So.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep. So that's better, right?
Yeah, it's because you were gonna make me reread those Outsiders where he threatens Superman with kryptonite, right?
Yeah.
It's really when it was supposed to be Jason.
Yeah. I can't. So okay. I'm just curious. So, you think those are worse than the tentacle monster stuff?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say it's worse than the tentacle monster stuff, but the tentacle monster is a tentacle monster, so there's definitely a certain WTF aspect to that makes reading it that you're like. So I guess it's because the tentacle monster stuff is like so ridiculous. It's easy to be like, that is not great. And it's easy for us to recognize it's not great. But something like in The Outsiders, I mean, honestly, Dick doing that kind of fit a little bit with the whole vibe of The Outsiders book.
Mm.
And so I feel like if someone who didn't know as much about Dick Grayson could read that and be like, wow, he's kind of a dick threatening Superman with kryptonite. Whereas if you read The Tentacle Monster, you'd be more like, what?
I don't think those are tentacles.
So that's why it's kind of like All-Star Batman and Robin. No one reads All-Star Batman and Robin and is like, yeah, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't say no one, but most people do not read All-Star Batman and Robin and are like, yes, this is an excellent portrayal of Batman and Robin, and this is how they're meant to be. So it's okay to like it. I find some humor in that because it's so off the wall.
Oh, so
people, Frank Miller's other stuff, like Dark Knight Returns and Dark Knight Strikes Back, a lot of people actually think that stuff is good, and that makes me sad.
Oh, that's so funny you mentioned the Frank Miller, the All-Star Batman, because I was in a group chat with Ray and a bunch of other guys last night.
Batman, my favorite character.
And because Ray's son, they went to the store and picked out a Batman toy. He's like, oh god, it started. And I was like, oh, he's better than Moon Knight and all this. And then Russell chimed in. He's like, well, at least he never made anyone eat rats. I'm like, that's a Frank Miller story. I'm like, everyone eats rats in a Frank Miller story. Come on, it's Frank Miller.
Is that one of his things?
No, but I mean, it's always something weird with Frank Miller.
It's always something.
Yeah, and it's usually at the expense of a woman. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess, but I mean, there were also things at the expense of women in All-Star Batman and Robin. There's some not so great stuff.
Every Frank Miller story, I swear, DC, Marvel, there's always something.
Yeah, but also with the stuff in The Dark Knight Strikes Back, where Dick comes back and he's all Jokerized and stuff. I mean, I like it a little bit because the homoeroticism of that is like off the chains. But Frank Miller is not doing that to like give the queer community a little something. Like he's doing that because he's like, gay is bad, villains are bad. I have to queer code my villains like I'm 1950s Hollywood or something. So
Lilith once tried to sum up Frank Miller's writing like this:
"Your mother's a whore."
That she said that's Frank Miller's writing.
What did she even say? Your mother's a whore.
Your mother's a whore.
Oh. Oh, right, but like in old-timey film noir speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just put a fedora on that.
I don't think I can. Out of all my many co-hosts, I can't find a person that will do those sequels to Dark Knight Returns. Oh, Frank. All right. So yes,
that about wraps it up.
But yes, don't worry, we're not doing Frank Miller next time, kids. Yes, we are doing Legends of the DC Universe number 6, and DC Comics presents 31 and 58. Yay! All right, so send us your thoughts on those. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, new merchandise, because we have some new logos. So pick up your new merch. Subscribe to the Patreon. Again, Lilith and I always try to do something different, but it's uncensored Lilith Hellfire. That's all you need to know. That's worth the price of admission alone. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. But if you're going to put your money anywhere, it might as well be for a good cause, and you'll learn yourself something, kids. So yes, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder on Amazon. Again, know all the secrets of Dick Grayson in this book. And again, you support an educator. Look at the bottom of that book. Support an educator. See, I think you should have went even fancier because you just have your name at the bottom of it. You should put like doctor, or professor. Come on. What is your official title? Professor?
Too much. I'm a senior lecturer.
Oh, that's all right.
But we throw titles around indiscriminately.
I was going to say, you could put professor. I mean, God, Charlie called himself professor all the time, and he didn't have a degree or nothing.
It's the beauty of America.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The truth means nothing anymore in America.
You can have any title you want.
That's right. All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, come back next week for those Dick Grayson and Superman team-ups. And then next month, we're going to start the road. We're going to begin the final journey of Tom Taylor here. God, I hope that's not just 5 months of utter depressing.
Yeah, I hope not.
I don't know. It's Tom Taylor. He usually throws something.
Better be only moderately depressing.
Yeah, he usually throws in a bright, at least one bright shiny, Even
maybe at the end of Fallen Grayson, he will claw Alfred's dead body out of the grave.
There we go. All right, kids. Come back next time. Join us same waiting time.
Same week channel.
The Nightwing News. Love you, Marv. Love you, George.